There is way too much advice on the internet right now. Both you and I know that. We even know damn well that a lot of it is true, but you still won't follow that advice. So, have you ever wondered what made you stop believing in it? Let's try to find the reason through the lens of the brain. At its core, advice is a type of social support, and it includes 4 types: emotional, instrumental, informational, and appraisal. But most of the advice we hear is emotional support. To put it simply, you're listening to things that make your emotions go up. For example, you're feeling stuck in life, you feel weak, and then you come across a video by Noel Diesel. At that moment, his words hit the exact pain you're feeling right now and make you realize that you need to get out of this mud. At its core, I would call this a type of emotional support, and here's why. Not everyone who watches Noel's videos is going through the exact same situation. Some people may have just gone through a breakup and feel destroyed, while others may have just lost someone important in their family. They all lead to what looks like one shared point of view. They feel stuck in life. At the core, they are comparing themselves too much to what society has set up, so they feel like they're moving too slowly. At that moment, Noel's advice comes in and gives them instant emotional release. Don't get me wrong, Noel has said some truly awakening, get fire things, and they really do change certain people. I also usually turn off my phone after seeing him while I'm doom scrolling. But not everyone can change like that, because each person has a different root cause behind their stagnation. That's also why Noel Diesel's advice is really good and really hits, but it doesn't actually make us take action. We need to know the deeper reason inside ourselves, like how we can forget someone and how that can stabilize our mind before we actually change ourselves. At that moment, you are basically using your amygdala, an emotional brain region, instead of your prefrontal cortex, the logical brain region that actually helps you look at the problem clearly, change your schedule, and understand the benefits and downsides in the most logical way. And the truth is, a lot of advice these days feels way too polished and not lived in enough. I don't want to blame AI, but honestly, that's what it is. These days, 9 out of 10 pieces of advice feel like they're copied and pasted from a book or some viral advice somewhere. I'm not saying advice from books is meaningless, but we don't know the context behind that advice or why they did it that way. It's like putting turkeys next to industrial chickens and forcing them to lay eggs. Advice that looks empty because it was generated by AI only makes you feel more stressed. Because according to a study I copied from Archive called "People Readily Follow Personal Advice from AI, but it does not improve their well-being," most of us spend 20 minutes discussing mental health issues with AI. We spend more time venting to something soulless because it has probably seen a case that looks similar to yours somewhere on Reddit and then applies it to you. It sounds pretty dumb if someone says, "I took advice from a chatbot," but it sounds a little less dumb if you watch a YouTube video made by AI from start to finish and agree with it. I think a lot of us, both you and me, are like that. Advice nowadays says things that sound right to everyone, and we believe it completely. People say you're kind, but somehow you're always the one paying the price. And if you feel like that sounds right, then congratulations. You just got caught in something called the Barnum Effect, the thing non-legit fortune tellers love to use. They say something vague and make you lower your guard, thinking you are exactly what they said. It sounds really good, but when you go home, everything stays the same. Besides that, to me, good advice is always advice that comes from someone's real experience. Of course, advice online today does talk about the price you have to pay, but do you think it's actually that realistic? To me, good advice includes the experience of the person giving it, their lack of judgment toward us, the practical value of that advice, and the fact that it gives us personal choices. These are the things most advice online is missing. You can't really know who is advising you. You just see that it sounds right. Meanwhile, the person who wrote that post might be a 14-year-old kid who saw a good quote and copied it. Before making this channel, I listened to a lot of advice saying that you could make money after 3 months of unpaid work and constant learning. But in reality, welp. My channel is almost 1 year old and still not monetized, along with many times where I felt discouraged and missed a lot of current job opportunities. What I always do is tell myself that this is something I love, so I will still do it. And that is the kind of thing those YouTube advice videos never told me. So subscribe so I can make more brainy content. Oh, also, I've noticed there's one piece of advice we hear a lot nowadays, like touch grass, you have to work 10 times harder than everyone else, or men have to stand back up on their own, become an alpha male. This is what people today call red pill culture. Is it actually toxic, or does it need to be defended? So if you care about this topic, comment down below. I'll make it if this gets 50 likes. And this is Paw signing out. Stay sharp, stay weird.